What's up, everybody? This is Mike here at Rogue Comics, and trying something new. Trying something. Added Instagram. I don't know how the live stream is coming, but we'll see. Hopefully that works. Anyways, I'm streaming on Twitch and TikTok and Facebook and what else? YouTube, my home. Yeah, I'm gonna be showing you guys and gals and whomever else is watching all of the books that are dropping tomorrow. Well, at least all the books that I'm going to have here. I mean, your mileage may vary. If you are local, then this is what I'm going to be getting, and you're a customer of mine, this is what I'm going to be getting. If you're not, then you'll at least be able to see what books will be dropping. Your LCS may have some of this. They may not. Who knows? But at least you'll go armed with knowledge to at least I have the A covers, so you'll be able to see them. The variants, you know, it depends on the store, you know. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it, because I don't want to say it's a big week, because it's yeah, there's stuff. So we'll start with as we always do, you know where I'm going, DC. And here we have Absolute Batman, issue number 18, I believe. Let me wait for my TV to catch up. There we go, 18, yes. And it is by Scott Snyder and Eric Canete. I think that's how you pronounce his name. This is the second part of the Poison Ivy intro. And I believe it's also... I did look at it, but I don't want to spoil anything. So, yeah, we'll just leave it at that. Poison Ivy, part 2. And there are some variants, of course. Here we have one. This one here is by... Let me stall for time. Eventually I'm going to be organized enough where I have this on the list. Mahmoud Asrar and Mike Spicer. And I want to say... No. One of these is a 1 in 25. I'm almost positive. Unless I didn't put that one. Nope, the last one. Okay, here we go. Here's another one. This one is by Declan Shalvey. Not bad. But this was the one for me. I ordered heavily in this one. This is, and I just want to make sure I know who this is, but yes, Giuseppe Camuncoli and Frank Martin, right here. I like this one. This is badass. I don't know. I like when they do things, and it's not just, you know, I'm not just talking about Absolute Batman. I'm talking about through history, because there was an X-Men issue. I think it was like 170. Wait, no. Was it 180? Whatever. Is in 170s or 180s, and they had... Because it was Cyclops, he was in Alaska. He was mourning Jean, because at this point, this was, I think, the second time she died. You know, who can't keep track after, you know. Anyways, and if I remember correctly, there was an octopus that dragged him into the ocean or whatever, and he was his optic blast or something like that. But they had it on the cover where he shoots the optic blast at the X-Men logo, and it just destroyed it, and it was pretty cool. So when they do stuff like that, I kind of like it. And here we have, this one is the 1 in 25, and this is by Carmine Di Giandomenico. I like this one too, and I just noticed too, is that that's the Joker right there, in the to his right side. Interesting. Here we have Action Comics number 1096. Keep going. Let's go all the way to 1100 and beyond. I'm glad we're in quadruple digits for Action Comics, as it should be. Written by Mark Waid. Patridge. I don't know their first name. Apologize. But the cover is by Dan Mora. And, as it says there on the top, the search for Superman starts here, because if you read last week's KO, the final issue number 5, then you know something that may or may not have happened. Aglax, what's up? When are we getting Absolute Condiment King? You know what? I think they're working on Green Lantern. Sorry, not Green Lantern. Green Arrow and Catwoman first. I think he's going to be after that, maybe, perhaps. Or maybe that's the thing that Dennis Camp is going to be doing after Absolute Martian Manhunter ends. Who knows? Who knows? Here we have Emperor Aquaman. Technically, it's Aquaman issue number 15, but now he's Emperor because of all that Omega energy. Jeremy Adams and John Timms doing the art and the writing, and John Timms did the cover right here. So if you haven't been reading Aquaman for the first 14 issues, then this'll maybe. Is that Starro? He's not writing Starro, is he? That looks like Starro. Yeah, there was something that happened at the end of issue number 14 that I don't read the book regularly, but I'm like, what is going on? It was just crazy. It was crazy. But I guess if you're reading a book on a regular basis, then maybe it's not so crazy. I don't know. Super Chucks. Hey, you know what? You can do that. Superboy. He deserves them. And this is the Eom variant. Always get his stuff. Always. Here we have Bleeding Hearts number 2. If you read number 1, then you know how good this book was. And it was. And it is. The art is good. The story is good. And this is by Dennis Camp too. And there were people online that were insinuating that this was the reason, this book was the reason he was leaving Martian Manhunter, Absolute Martian Manhunter. And he said, no. Now, unfortunately, they haven't announced the reason for him leaving, or their run ending. I don't know. I've seen it both ways, where they said one that it was ending, and then the other that they were leaving. So I don't know what it is. I think it's ending. I'm gonna go with ending with issue number 12, but we'll see. Here we have DC X AEW, and look at all those. Who do we got there? We got Wonder Woman. Looks like John Moxley, Nightwing, Batman. Yeah, you can tell this is a comic book cover because there's no way Batman would be on the mat there. Tony Storm, Darby Allin. When issue number 1 came out, I for the life of me couldn't remember Darby Allin's name, but now I do. And is that Willow right above him? And then of course, I mean, come on. I mean, look at who's standing there. It's only a matter of time before something gets botched. But that is Lex Luthor there. Here we have Green Lantern Corps issue number... What number is this? Did it catch up? No, it didn't. 14. There we go. The art in here, the art in this issue is really, really good. And Jon Stewart's in here and something. Well, you just got to read it. It was good. It was really good. And stuff happens with Guy, and yeah, it was good. Here is the Rian Gonzalez variant, which I got for me because I do like. Oh my god, I can't even remember her name now from the animated series. Aya and Razor. She finally made it into the comics. Good thing. Harley and Ivy. What is the subtitle to this? Life and Crimes. This is issue number 4, written and drawn by Erica Henderson. This one is Sirens, Love Hurts, Book 2. Teenie Howard and Babs Tarr and Miguel Muerto. I think. Let me begin. Yes, muerto. I don't know why they did this, but I'm like, you know what? I was in the mood to fight with OBS, so I'm like, I'm going to get both the front and the back cover fitting on this stream, and I did. But it wasn't really necessary because, I mean, yes, it's Babs' art on the back, but then you got text that you guys can't read, and the UPC, it's not like it's art, so I don't know. Sometimes being stubborn isn't really all it's cracked up to be. But I did it. And last but not least for DC is Supergirl issue number 11. Hero of Kandor starts here. I'm going to warn you. Okay, because I have a couple customers who get this for their children. And by children, I mean like, 8 and up. There's something that happens in here that, depending on the type of parent you are, may or may not be suitable, or it's a little extreme for this. So look through it before you buy it. Okay. Also, Sophie is drawing again, so that right there is cause for celebration. But yes, Sophie writes and draws this issue, and Reign of the Superboys ties into it. But like I said, look through it before you get it. Over in the MCU, as soon as I can, there we go. 1776, J. Michael Straczynski writes this, and that's what I have to say about that. Me and JMS, we have a complicated history, and I'll leave it at that. Here is a Phil Jimenez homage variant. The final, because this is the final issue. It's a 5-issue miniseries, and that makes this the final issue. Jessica Jones is back in her own book. Thankfully, without Brian Michael Bendis. To be honest with you, I don't know. I don't have any of the... You know what? I can do this. Technology is wonderful. Here we go. It is written by Sam Humphries with art by Geraldo Borges. And the cover, this cover in particular, is by David Mack. There's also this cover, which is by Ji-Hung Lee. And then this one here is by Luciano Vecchio. And I think it's also, yes, it's called Marvel Monster Variant. And then this last one, I think is, well, I like Mac. Mac stuff is good all of the time. So that's the default, but this one's good too. This is Elena Casagrande. And looks like Typhoid Mary is going to be in the issue. And I'm glad. I don't know. Actually, let me see. Oh, I just said it was Borges. But Elena, like, she did a run in Black Widow that was excellent. And then she did a run on another book. I don't remember what it was, but her art was not the same. And it was disappointing because I thought it was going to be the same as, the style as Black Widow, and it wasn't. But I think she's just doing the cover here, and that's it. Here we have Black Cat issue number 8. Yes, 8. G. Willow Wilson, and I think it's Glenn Melkinov. Gleb Melkinov. There we go. And Adam Hughes did this cover here. And then we got this cover. This cover is by Nicoletta Baldari. And then we have this one here. This one is by Marguerite Sauvage. And this is a Doom homage. Now, if I remember correctly, I think this is an homage to a Squirrel Girl issue. Because thankfully, on the back of these issues, they have the original cover that they're homaging. So that's good. And you see, what it is. They don't just tell you. You actually see the cover that is homaged. There we go. And then this one here. Oh, damn it. See? I missed this one. I went through. There was literally like 20 covers this week that said final cover may vary. And I thought I got them all. I clearly missed one. This is Carrie Andrews. This is a connecting cover, which connected with issue number 7. And then we have Doctor Strange, issue number 4. This is probably going to be a 5-issue miniseries. Something tells me. Either that or maybe it'll make it to the magic number of 10. Here we have Hulk Smash Everything. Smashed everything? He smashed everything. Issue number 4. Now this cover, it's okay. It's a Kubert, Adam or Andy. Either one, I don't remember. One is Marvel, the other is DC. But this cover, this is a bad cover right here. Bad meaning good. And this is by Stephen Mooney. This is the one. I ordered a couple because everybody, well, not everybody, but there are people that love their A covers. So that's what I got for them. But I did, the majority of the covers that I ordered were this Mooney cover. Because, I mean, look at this. This is a badass cover right here. The only thing that would be better is maybe you get a better look at the Hulk. But just, like, literally, just his hand. Like, just, yeah. So, I like this cover. Where is this? This is right here. Okay. Imperial Guardians. Number 1, finally. I think this book might be late. But regardless, it's here. And it is by half of the team that were responsible for making the Guardians of the Galaxy that you are familiar with. But this time, it's just Dan Abnett. No Lanning. And it's Gamora, Captain Marvel, Amadeus Cho, Darkhawk, and Cosmic Ghost Rider. And Marcelo Ferreira is doing the pencils. And Sean Izaksky, I can't pronounce it. I'm slaughtering it. Sorry, Sean. He did this cover right here. And then there is this variant by Ivan Talavera. And obviously it's the Cosmic Ghost Rider variant, which is what it says there. Here we have a second printing of Iron Man number 1, Geraldo Sandoval, second printing variant for those of you that missed the first printing. Or maybe, you do like collecting, because there are people that do like collecting second printings. Because sometimes, believe it or not all the time, but sometimes, for those of you that are collectors out there, second printings can be worth more than the first because the print run isn't as high. Because the way, here I'll give you a quick inside baseball. The way they do things is that all the stores, when all the stores order their books for FOC, basically that's the number. So let's say we ordered 100,000 copies of Iron Man number 1. Now, for Marvel, and rightfully so, that's 100,000 copies sold. Okay? They printed 100,000. We all bought 100,000. Now, let's say I ordered 1,000 and I sold 10. That means I still have 990 copies left that are unsold. So while they may have sold out and they may be doing a second printing, I still got 990 copies. You see? So by virtue of that, I might not order a bunch of the second printings. And there might be a bunch of other stores that are in that same predicament. So that means that the print run for this particular copy of this book is lower than, say, the first printing. And sometimes that causes books to increase in value. Just saying. Here we have Logan, Black, White, and Blood, issue number 3. This book, I say surprisingly, like, the way it's selling was not expected. But it's selling. And it's issue number 3. And this cover here is by Sarah Pichelli. Really? That's interesting. And then we got this one here. If I can click it. There we go. This one is by Phil Noto. And for some reason, I don't know why they do it this way, but... Oh, my battery's dying. For some reason, they do like 3... Let me, hold on, I gotta mute the mic for a second. There we go. Okay. For some reason, they do like 3 covers for number 1, and then 2 for all of the remaining books. I don't know why they do that, but it is what it is. Magic and Colossus, issue number 2, David Nakayama right there. I like this cover a lot. I'm glad to see them together in a book. And hopefully, hopefully it lasts longer than 5 or 6 or 10, but I don't think so. Chances are they're going to end it. This just seems to be the thing that they're doing now. We'll give it 5 or 10. Now, I don't know exactly. Usually a trade is 6 issues. And obviously if it's less, let's see. They have 4 issues solicited thus far, taking us into May. Do they have a trade? Oh wait, they're not going to have a trade here. But usually a trade is 6 issues. So if they are doing 10, oops, Colossus, there we go. Oh, they already have the trade. The trade comes out in November, and it collects issues 1 to 5. So chances are, unfortunately, this is a 5-issue miniseries. Maybe they'll have at the end of the issue. If you like this issue, let us know. Like, isn't that what sales numbers are for? Like, really? Come on, guys. Here we have, this is a variant. Yasmin Putri Doom Homage variant. And as I said, back cover will show you what this is homaging. Up next, we have Planet of the Apes versus Fantastic Four, issue number 2. This cover is, unfortunately, by Greg Land. And actually, you know what? I don't even know for sure. Just looking at it. Yep, Greg Land. And then we have this one here. This one is by Carlo Pagulian. And this is called the Versus variant. Then we have this one here. This is by Ron Friends. This is an homage variant. And this Davi Go movie homage variant. Kind of like this one. And this one too. Obviously because it's an homage. But here we have Spider-Man Meals to Astonish. Number 1. This is a one-shot. And it is one of those anthologies that people don't seem to... I don't know. They have issues with it, but I don't get it. But anyways, there are 1, 2, maybe 3 stories in here. Mike Mignola did the cover, this cover here. Then there's this cover by Giuseppe Camuncoli. I like this. This is way he was drawing Ultimate Spider-Man. I like this style. Like, when he started out, his style was a little more jagged, you know? And this one is like softer. I like it. I like with the curves and all that. And then, of course, our mandatory Peach Momoko cover of the week. And I'm not saying that sarcastically. I like Peach. It's just that Marvel has to have either a Peach Momoko variant once a week or a Scotty Young variant once a week. And we got Peach. Now here we have Storm. This is issue number 2. And for some reason, I didn't get the A cover. But I did get this one. This is the Torrin Clark Doom Homage variant. And this, if I remember correctly, is from X-Men. Now the number, I want to say 159, maybe? It was when they were fighting Dracula. Yes, that is the thing that happened. Let's see, Storm. Nope, not Panini. What the hell? Oh, it's Storm, Earth's Mightiest Mutant. Okay. Why am I looking that up? I should be looking Uncanny X-Men up. Sorry. I'm trying to find out, because I know it is. I know it is. It's when she... Here we go. Sorry. I realize this isn't... oh, geez. There are 500 issues of the X-Men. As I scroll down to issue 100, Torrin Clark, his art is really, really good. There is a... Is there? Yeah, no, well, actually, no. I didn't keep it. When they do that, this cover, final cover may vary stuff, it's funny because when I was on Marvel's site and I was replacing the final covers, or I was replacing them with the final covers, the changes that they make, it's sometimes just very, very small, or it might be related to the logo or the color, the tint, those kinds of things. Okay, where is it? How come I can't find it? Oh wait, maybe. I'm almost positive. Let's see. Oh, and it was issue 176 for the Cyclops destroying the X-Men thing. Huh, there it is. Oh, sorry. It wasn't the second time. It was the first time where... No, it was with Storm and Doom. Issue 145. There it is. The X-Men are coerced into rescuing Arcade from the maniacal grip of the tyrant Dr. Doom. My bad. Dave Cockrum did the original. And Joseph Rubinstein. Chris Claremont. Good stuff. And then we have this one here. This is by Fan Yang. And this one was almost going to be the thumbnail. But then I found one with Rogue and, we'll get to it. But they should have made this one a foil. This would have looked awesome as a foil cover. But it looks good like this, too. Don't get me wrong. Here we have The End, 2099, number 4. There will be one more, so that makes this the penultimate issue of The End. Here's a variant cover. This is by Ken Lashley. This is the Ken Lashley Battle variant. And then, actually, Nope. This is the second to last, the penultimate title for this week's Marvels drop. It is Venom, issue number 255, Carnage Ruled. Here's a variant. This variant is by Herman Peralta. This is the Andre Bresson Doom Homage variant. So as you can see, there's a theme. This is the theme, I guess, for the month of March. And they will all be Doom homages. And then this is the Iban Coelho 9-part connecting variant. Now, I said this before. I've said it before, and I'm going to say it again. This is what we saw in our solicitations for this cover. Now, mind you, it is the Mark Bagley classified Target variant. So, at the very least, if you're familiar, because Mark's been around for a while, so you know what you're going to be getting with his art, you know? And that's okay. But then again, you don't know, like sometimes even the best artist has a cover that's like, nah. So you never know. But as this is being a variant, then we should know. But then again, you ready? You ready? Okay, this is what was classified. This was classified. Now, I don't know why, but these are the things that we as retailers, and I realize first world problems, but come on, you know? I could understand if like Venom was decapitated or something, and I don't know, whatever, something crazy, but like this is literally just, no, whatever. Okay, end of rant. We're moving on because the last book is this one, X-Men United, issue number 1. And unfortunately, this is a connecting cover. Now this side, I like this side. I like this side. You got Rogue, you got Jubilee, you got Iceman, you got Magneto. I see Juggernaut back there. Cyclops, Nightcrawler, Kitty, Lockheed, X-23. There's some other ones that I don't know. You even see Deadpool in the back there. And half of Magic's head. Unfortunately, it connects to this cover here. And there are characters on this cover that are good and do belong here. Such as Wolverine. Such as Psylocke. Such as Beast. Such as Storm. I don't know why Storm is back there. There's no reason. See, I didn't even see that before. But there's no reason. Look at Colossus is even further back. There's no reason those characters should be in the background and that trash character is in front. There's no way. There's no way. No. Is that... It looks like Sabretooth is right next to Storm. And then Blob is back there. Is that Polaris? And then there's some randos. But, yeah. This could have been a good cover. Could have been. Let me see who did this, because Marvel doesn't like telling us in the file name. So, we just have to do the work. Because, you know. This is by... Really? Stefano Caselli. Huh. Interesting. Okay, let me move on. Eve Ewing is writing, and Tiago Palma is doing the art. And there are variants. There's this one by Derek Chu. There is also this one by W. Scott Forbes. Now see, here's one. This is the final. The other one, it had the X-Men United logo over on the left-hand side. Which, quite frankly, I think they probably should have kept it there. Or maybe moved it down to cover the signature there, you know? Well, I'm assuming that's signature. It is W. Scott Forbes. Yeah, that's the signature. So you can move the signature down or something and put it in that empty space there, you know? But somebody photoshopped it and moved it up there, so way to go, guys. Here we have Tiago Palma Gray Matter Lane variant. Gray Matter Lane variant. Because now that's what they're calling it. That's not Gray Malkin anymore. Gray Matter Lane. Because Emma is in charge of everything. Get it? Gray Matter, brain. See? She's telepath. Yeah. Let me, I really don't want to hit this. No. We'll just move on. And then there's this one. Hey, look! 2 Peach Momoko covers this week. Wow. I'm impressed. And then we have this Scotty Young variant right here. Snicked 101. And, oh no, there's 2 more. There's this 1 in 25 by Emma Lupacino. And then last but not least, the thumbnail, Mateo Lally foil variant. Now I wish Rogue was a little bit bigger. I wish, I'm fine with Psylocke being there. I wish Emma wasn't on here, because she's not exactly my favorite character, but it looks good. Good enough to be the thumbnail, so. And I like the way Mateo drew Rogue there. So I approve. Then we have this Spidey and His Amazing Friends poster for you youngins out there. Or maybe for you. If you like the, I forgot what the style is, where they draw the characters as like kids. Here's a word for it. And I forgot the name of the character on the left, but I do know that the character on the right is Jeff the Shark. Sorry, Jeff the Land Shark. And then, if you need a box to put all this stuff in, there's this X-Men United. And that, my friends, wraps up Marvel. Over in the indies, we got Godzilla, still on his rampage. This time, Portland. Godzilla vs. Portland. This one's cover A by Dewey. And then cover B by Yarsky. Here is He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, number 4, The Sword of Flaws. There is a 10th printing, glow-in-the-dark variant of Something is Killing the Children, number 1. And I don't know if these were allocated or whatever, but I only got a couple. So, you know what to do. Sonic the Hedgehog, number 85, cover A. ARQ, I'm assuming. It's right there. And we got this one here by Dutrix. D-U-T-R-E-I-X. That's cover B. Then we have this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, number 16, cover A by Freddie Williams. Oops, wrong way. And then we got this one here by Eastman, and not Laird, but that's not. Okay, I was gonna say that's not Simon Bisley. Bishop, Eastman and Bishop. And then we got cover C, Pizzari. Cover D by Kim. Here we have TMNT Journeys, number 7 by Dooney and Lawson. Well, the cover is. Peter Laird, Jim Lawson, and Eric Talbot handle the interiors. And last but not least, Usagi Yojimbo, Kaito 84, number 1. This is a Stan Sakai cover. And this is a Jim Rugg cover. No fancy name, just Jim Rugg. That's it. That's all you need. And that, my friends, wraps up this week's edition. No, not edition. Just New Comic Day. New Comic Book Day releases. I don't know. If you can think of a name for this stream, this weekly stream, leave it in the comments. I'm open to anything. Well, most anything. And that's it. If you've seen anything, as I always say, If you see something, say something, let me know. The way to get in touch with me is right there on the screen. Easiest way, direct.me/rowcomics. And then if you want to do it the old-fashioned way, aka the harder way, I guess. Yeah. Facebook, Row Comics CT, is what you look for. On Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, it's Rogue Comics. Used to be Rogue Comics on Facebook too, but we're not going to go there. So we'll just leave it there. And that, my friends, is it. Thank you for watching. Thanks for all the likes. Thanks for everything. Any engagement, appreciated. And it's weird. Oh, there it goes. Okay. That makes sense. All right. That's it. Thanks for watching. Have a great new comic book day. And I'll see you next week. Maybe. Probably. We'll see.